Actually, I think they were just going for the Zealot. I actually thought they will try to make a run by and go for this expansion. And they actually may be trying to do this right now. I see these are the same Zerglings. They are trying to make a run by, and a lot of them managed to escape there, by the way. A drop will be going in probably for the main right now, so maybe trying to strike at multiple locations at the same time, and Saint could be really dealing a death blow here to BeSt, nailing the so to speak, the last nail in BeSt's coffin in this game. And BeSt really has to be very, very careful right now. He needs to get that base up, and he needs to defend against this drop that is coming right now effectively if he wants to have a chance in this one. And I'm actually wondering where those overlords are. I actually thought that they will be in the area by now. They're actually waiting, and now finally here comes the go from Saint. And Saint is dropping on the cannons. He is destroying the cannons at the expansion actually. And okay, that was pretty well defended, I guess, from BeSt. Not gonna say anything about that. But of course, in the meantime, that was of course great play from Saint, distracting all of BeSt's units at his expansion with the drop. That was his strategy, distracting at the main, and now bringing in units here. Again, a little bit careless by BeSt, I would say. So at the highest level of play, I believe that BeSt should have been able to do more, and he should have attacked those Hydras with the High Templar earlier on. He actually let them go through. If you will watch the replay afterwards, he actually let them go through, and they made it all the way to the Nexus, destroyed it, and man, forced to stay at 3 bases for so long. This is not looking very, very good for Protoss. Not looking that good for BeSt. Still incapable of taking a new base. All his attempts thwarted by Saint, and this has been really good play by Saint. Now Saint will again have to defend right now after his attack, but I think he will be able to do that fairly easily now, especially with those defilers. I haven't seen play go down now yet, but I think it should come fairly soon. And Dark Swarm in the meantime. And double Dark Swarm actually, so very, very strong. Triple Dark Swarm, so all these Protoss units forced to fight underneath Dark Swarm. Of course, for Archons it's not that bad because they splash around, and they still are able to inflict a lot of damage. But for other units, of course, it's really a curse to be fighting underneath that. And you see all these lurkers coming in to reinforce, and these Archons will surely perish soon enough, or actually be forced to retreat. And the 5th base is in the meantime up at the 2 o'clock position. I also do not see BeSt being really able to destroy it, of course, without risking a lot as far as the health of his army is concerned. And he does not really want to spend all his army on an attack like that, because he still needs to defend. And really, this battle seems to be more and more a losing battle that he is fighting. And I'm actually curious why we haven't seen Plague yet. I think Plague should be coming in soon for Saint as well. And no Ultralisk Cavern though. I guess he probably feels he isn't that far ahead to put an Ultra Cavern, or maybe he feels he can just end it like now Naida's Canal. And of course, Naida's Canal is great for Zerg simply because he has so much more mobility in the game, and he's able to do so much more stuff. And you see the probes forced to mine at a distance, and signs like this are signs of a player losing the battle. He is losing the economic battle, and this is not good. And finally, indeed, Plague Heaven being casted, but of course, Plague is not going to be that bad on the Archons. It does, however, do something for the Dragoons, and really, I guess at this point in the game, it's worth it for Saint. And Saint managing now to pick out a High Templar, and really producing all these cheap cracklings has been a very good strategy for him throughout the game. He kept producing them the whole time, and really they have been able to deal a lot of damage to his army, not being able to get them quite well underneath his storms, not managing to really deal with them effectively. And so you know, all in all, this was a good play, good strategy up until now. Finally trying to regain this base at 5 o'clock, but again, I find it questionable if he will be able to hold it up. Of course, it's worth a try, but oh man, and then again another Zergling attack, and now this gateway will go down. Forge will be going down, and it really looks hopeless by now for BeSt. again on the other side, and you see they simply cannot be stopped by the storms. And this is awesome. This is simply awesome play, going in for those very important pylons, applying, managing to cancel this expansion for the third time. This is the third time that this expansion has either been destroyed or cancelled, and this is it. This has been it, definitely. And BeSt, I don't want to be harsh, but I will try to use kind of a fair word, incapacity and incapability, so to speak, to deal with all these threats, starting with the first attack, oh man, and losing there, oh. And so starting with the first attack at the expansion above his main, over the ramp that was protected by the temple, starting with that point, it was really an economic battle that was more and more lost. And again, Cracklings running past these forces, and again they will be making their way to the expansion, inflicting a lot of damage, and this is the last thing that BeSt could afford right now. I think he's anyway going in seemingly for an all-in attack, and losing this Nexus here as well. So horrible, man. These are really a Protoss menace, of course, besides stuff like Ultralisks, but really the Zerglings are awesome when it comes to stuff like this. And again, forcing to cancel the fourth time. I did believe I saw the Nexus blue blob, but it has been cancelled for the fourth time, meaning that, oh, and killing, going in all the way, killing Plague as well. So really, what does BeSt want anymore? He's getting his units all plagued. He's getting, you know, he simply was incapable of dealing with this strong Zergling force. All his storms mostly failed. Now, this was a good storm actually right there, but still managed to really not deal a lot of damage to the Zerg force. Also, in the beginning, not being that aggressive and not having inflicted a lot of damage to the Overlords with the Corsairs as well. So, really, it's a combination of not defending the expansions well and not being aggressive, and you know it. Just watch like FP VODs by Combat X, and you'll probably learn everything that has been done wrong by BeSt in this game. And of course, he's now forced to say GG, types in GG, and by the way, now to of course give you the spoiler, of course, you know, MBC game won this, and because of Saint's victory, MBC game stayed in this game, and it went down to an ace match between, I'm not entirely sure, but I think it was Bisu versus Busan, I think it was Busan. Anyway, I commentated on the ace match, so if you're interested on finding out which of these teams managed to take the victory in the end, watch that one as well. And speaking of commentaries to come, I'm hoping that video updates will come on YouTube or on any of the VOD threads on Team Liquid or SC4All, so that I can commentate on newer stuff. Stay tuned, of course, for other commentaries. Commentary of the week to be posted on the Vile Tech account. Of course, what other game from this week than Bisu versus Flesh? I will be probably covering that myself as well. And anyway, a couple of other interesting games like Sea versus Torg, Fantasy versus Luxury, and a lot of other nice plays. So yeah, watch them all. I'll try to commentate as many of them as I can. And till then, guys, take care and stay tuned. This was Blade of Iron signing out. Bye bye, guys.